What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Cinematic Odyssey. Today, we're diving into the one and only Taylor Swift and her record-shattering Eras Tour. The tour that broke 15 freaking records. From sold-out stadiums to record-breaking revenue, Taylor didn't just show up, she took over. If you've been wondering why this tour is the biggest deal ever, stick around because we're breaking it all down. Fast, fun, and straight to the point. Let's get into it. Number 1. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour has been an unprecedented success, breaking records left and right.
Say I don't want that. What if I do?
By the time the tour ends in December of 2024, Polestar estimates that the pop star will have brought in a staggering $2.165 billion from the show. The Eras Tour broke the record of Elton John's Farewell Yellow Brick Road, which brought in $939 million over 5 years and 328 shows, and became the highest-grossing concert tour by a solo artist, as well as the highest-grossing concert tour of all time.
Who could stay? Dark side.
The pop superstar also broke the record of Madonna's Sticky and Sweet tour, becoming the highest-grossing concert tour by a female artist. It was also the first tour to ever cross the $1 billion gross threshold. At the time of writing, the only other tour to achieve this is Coldplay's Music of the Spheres World Tour. But it's not just her earnings that are impressive. Taylor has also shattered attendance records with a total sold-out attendance of over 10 million fans across the globe. Number 2. In 2021, Taylor Swift re-released her iconic album, Red, with a recorded version that sent her fans into a frenzy. The tracklist included the 10-minute version of All Too Well, a long-standing fan-favorite deep cut. The song's release was accompanied by a short film and sparked intense interest from Swifties who had eagerly anticipated its release. All Too Well debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The single set the record for the longest song ever to sit at number 1, breaking the previous record held by American Pie from Don McLean. All Too Well, 10-minute version, went on to become a staple in Taylor Swift's set lists, especially during her Eras Tour. Taylor Swift always performed the song in its full form, which clocks in at a whopping 10 minutes and 13 seconds. Multiplying that by her 149 shows on the tour, Swift has spent approximately 25.32 hours on the Eras Tour stage singing All Too Well. Number 3. We already know the tour has broken records on how much it's earned, but did you know not only has the tour earned a whopping $165 billion, but it also broke Ticketmaster's record for the most tickets sold by an artist in a single day. Yeah, that's right. 2.4 million tickets were snapped up by Swifties in a single day, showing just how much demand there was to see the pop star in action. This frenzy wasn't just about securing tickets, it was a testament to Taylor's unparalleled influence and the once-in-a-lifetime experience the tour promised. Now let's put that $2.165 billion into perspective. That's just the revenue from ticket sales. It doesn't even scratch the surface when you consider the tidal wave of Eras Tour-related merchandise and business ventures. For instance, Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour book hit shelves on November 29, 2024, retailing at $39.99. This book wasn't just another merch item, it became the biggest publishing launch of 2024, selling a staggering 814,000 copies over Thanksgiving weekend alone. It's safe to say Swifties were more than happy to add it to their collections, cementing Taylor's status as a multi-industry powerhouse. And let's not forget the cinematic phenomenon that was Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour. Premiering on October 13, 2023, exclusively in theaters, the film brought in a jaw-dropping $92.8 million during its opening weekend. That's a box office debut worthy of a Hollywood blockbuster, and it cemented Taylor as not just a musical icon, but also a force to be reckoned with in the film industry. By the end of its run, the movie had earned over $200 million globally, proving that Swifties' devotion knows no bounds, whether it's at a stadium, a bookstore, or a movie theater. Number 4. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour isn't just a tour, it's a global phenomenon. And if you thought it couldn't get any bigger, surprise! The concert film, Taylor Swift, The Eras Tour, hit theaters on October 13, 2023, and instantly smashed an avalanche of records. I'm talking big numbers. Let's break it down. First up, it dethroned Justin Bieber's Never Say Never to become the highest-grossing concert film of all time. That's right, it pulled in over $200 million worldwide. Justin's reign lasted 12 years, but Taylor said, "Hold my lavender haze," and took the crown. And get this, it's also the highest-grossing concert film by a female artist, knocking Miley Cyrus's Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus, Best of Both Worlds concert off the top spot. Remember how huge that was back in 2008? Well, Taylor just said, "Watch this," and made history. Oh, and here's another record for the books. The Eras Tour film is the first concert movie ever to cross the $200 million milestone. The movie captures the magic of her tour in stunning detail. Fans have raved about its high production quality, with visuals that make you feel like you're right there in the crowd. From the epic set list to the intricate costume changes, every moment is meticulously crafted. Plus, it's an emotional roller coaster, showing Taylor's personal connection with her fans. The film's cinematic release created a unique experience, with theaters turning into mini concert venues as audiences sang and danced along. If you haven't seen it yet, grab your popcorn. It's a must-watch for Swifties and music lovers alike. What's even more incredible is how this financial success translates into cultural impact. From sold-out shows and record-breaking ticket sales to dominating the publishing and film industries, Taylor Swift's Eras Tour isn't just a concert tour, it's a multifaceted phenomenon that's setting new benchmarks across entertainment. Number 5. Taylor's achievements don't stop at earnings and records. While on the road, Swift made it a point to give back in meaningful ways. She donated hundreds of thousands of meals to food banks around the world. Although the exact details of her charity during the Eras Tour are under wraps, multiple sources confirm that she consistently donated huge amounts to food banks in the cities she visited. Recipients of her generosity included food banks in Arizona, California, Colorado, Minnesota, Nevada, and Washington. For example, Aditi Desai, chief marketing officer at the Food Bank of the Rockies, shared with AP News that Swift donated enough for 75,000 meals. Swift didn't publicize these donations herself, but the impact spoke volumes, and her charitable streak extended overseas when she took the tour to the United Kingdom, continuing her mission of giving back in every city she performed. On top of that, Swift also chose to share her success with the team that helped make it all happen. Over the course of the 21-month tour, she distributed an incredible $197 million in bonuses to truck drivers, caterers, instrument techs, merch teams, lighting crews, sound engineers, production staff, assistants, carpenters, dancers, band members, security personnel, choreographers, pyrotechnics experts, riggers, hair and makeup artists, wardrobe teams, physical therapists, and video crews. According to People magazine, this extraordinary gesture underscored her gratitude for the massive team effort behind the scenes. Number 6. The Eras Tour is exactly what it sounds like, a celebration of Taylor's incredible 18-year career. She's not just singing songs from one album, but she is taking us on a full-time machine ride through every single era of her career. From her country roots in Fearless to pop diva in 1989, and even her more indie vibes with Folklore and Evermore, she's got a whole range of hits to cover. And each night, she's performing a massive set list that stretches all the way from Love Story, yes, that was her crossover hit back in 2008, and I'm sure you've definitely screamed it in your car at least once, to her I Can Do It With a Broken Heart from her 2024 album. On average, each concert during the Eras Tour lasted about 3 hours and 15 minutes. 3 hours and 15 minutes doesn't sound like much until you start adding it up. So, across 149 shows, Taylor Swift spent a jaw-dropping 484.25 hours on stage, and to put that into perspective, that's the equivalent of 20 straight days, 4 hours, and 15 minutes. Number 7. Swift brought a whopping 18 different artists along for the ride. Taylor was all about keeping things fresh and fun for her fans. She mixed friends, collaborators, and rising stars into the lineup, while also throwing in a few local performers for her international dates. By the end of the tour, here's the full roll call of artists who opened for her, in order of appearance: Paramore, Gayle, Biba Doobie, Muna, Gracie Abrams, Phoebe Bridgers, Owen, Haim, Sabrina Carpenter, Lauta, Meta, Griff, Benson Boone, Sophia Isella, Holly Humberstone, Suki Waterhouse, Maisie Peters, Ray. Now here's where it gets really fun. A bunch of these artists are already tight with Taylor. Take Hayley Williams from Paramore, for example. They've been friends since they were teens, and their friendship hit a major milestone last year when Haley lent her vocals to Castles Crumbling, one of the vault tracks on Speak Now, Taylor's version. Phoebe Bridgers is another member of the Swift Collab Club. She appeared on the re-recorded vault track Nothing New from Red, Taylor's version, in 2021. And let's not forget the Haim sisters. They're not just besties with Taylor, they're practically her musical soulmates. They sang background vocals on Nobody No Crime from Taylor's 2020 album Evermore. Iconic. And the collaborations didn't stop there. Swift recently worked with Gracie Abrams on a duet for Gracie's album The Secret of Us. Their track, Us, is so good it's now up for Best Pop Duo Group Collaboration at the 2025 Grammys. But let's talk strategy here. It's not just about sharing the spotlight. Bringing in this wide variety of artists, from veteran rockers like Paramore to TikTok favorite Gayle, means Taylor's catering to a crazy diverse audience. She's giving her fans more reasons to show up early and also elevating smaller artists by putting them in front of stadium-sized crowds. It's a win-win. Oh, and fun fact, each of these artists brought their own vibe to the tour. Like Phoebe Bridgers would come on stage in her signature skeleton suit, while Muna brought their infectious dance energy. And then there's Sabrina Carpenter, who's basically the pop princess we all needed. Each act added something unique, which kept the energy alive for the entire tour. Number 8. Creating costumes for Taylor's concerts isn't new. Fans have been doing it since the Fearless Tour in 2009 and 2010. But this time, a lyric from Midnight's You're on Your Own Kid sparked something completely fresh. You know the line, "So make the friendship bracelets, I'll take the moment and taste it." That lyric didn't just inspire fans, it ignited a full-on friendship bracelet frenzy. Here's how wild it got. Michael's Craft Stores saw a 40% chain-wide increase in jewelry sales because of Swifties. And for stores near Eras Tour stops, sales in the beads and jewelry categories skyrocketed by 300% leading up to concert dates. That's not all. Michael's hosted bracelet-making classes in-store, where fans created over 22,000 bracelets since the tour began. It's like arts and crafts went platinum. But the trend didn't stop with Swifties. Other fandoms jumped on board. Formula One fans are now exchanging bracelets with drivers before races, and even British soccer players are making them to boost team morale. Who knew friendship bracelets could be the ultimate crossover event? So yeah, Swift didn't just inspire a tour, she inspired a crafting revolution. From epic opening acts to sparking global trends, she's proving yet again why she's the queen of everything. Number 9. Have you ever wondered what it's like to have over 250 pairs of custom-made shoes? Well, Taylor Swift doesn't have to wonder. She's living that dream, courtesy of the legendary Christian Louboutin. That's right. The shoe maestro himself told Vogue that he's designed more than 250 pairs of shoes for Taylor, and wait for it. 60 of those were just for the European leg of her Eras tour. Like, can you even wrap your head around that? According to Louboutin, the focus isn't just on aesthetics. Oh no, it's about performance too. He told Vogue, "Performing requires a lot of skill and concentration, so whatever costume or shoes you're wearing must not become a distraction. They need to disappear from your thoughts, allowing your voice to be the only instrument that matters, ensuring you give your best performance and convey emotion to the audience staring at you." And these shoes aren't just made for walking, they're engineered for dancing, jumping, stomping, and probably a little strutting too. I mean, if you've seen Taylor perform Cruel Summer while leaping across the stage like some sort of musical gazelle, you know those shoes are doing some serious work. Designing 250 pairs of shoes, some sparkly, some sleek, probably a few covered in sequins and rhinestones, isn't just about functionality. It's about creating a vibe. Each pair needs to match Taylor's iconic looks, from her glittery pastel dresses to her edgy black and gold outfits. So which one of her custom-made shoes is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. Number 10. Speaking of jaw-dropping dedication, let's talk about Taylor's Eras Tour wardrobe. It's not just about the shoes, the gowns are their own masterpieces. Take her sparkling enchanted dress, for example. This show-stopping piece, worn during the Speak Now, set on her last night in LA, was custom-made by Nicole plus Felicia. And get this, it took roughly 2,100 hours to complete. That's not a typo, 2,100 hours. Why all the fuss? Well, that night wasn't just any concert. It was a big deal, because she announced 1989, Taylor's version, to the world. So naturally, the dress had to be as iconic as the moment itself. With its intricate sparkle and delicate design, it looked like it was plucked straight out of a fairy tale. The perfect match for Taylor's enchanted performance. Honestly, Who else could pull off something so magical? Taylor's wardrobe is truly a work of art, jam-packed with designer pieces that elevate her performances to a whole new level. Every outfit, every sequin, and every stitch feels like it tells its own story, just like the songs she sings. And that's what makes the Eras Tour such a visual and emotional masterpiece. Number 11. And let's not forget the mind-blowing global economic impact of the Eras Tour. Reportedly, the tour grew the global economy by over $9 billion. Yes, billion with a B. To put that into perspective, that's roughly the economic output of a small country. Taylor's concerts are more than just shows. They're massive economic events. Her fans don't just buy tickets. They spend on travel, hotels, dining, and of course, merch. From packed hotels to booming local businesses, the ripple effects of her tour are felt far and wide. Cities hosting her shows see a surge in tourism, and entire industries benefit from the Swiftie frenzy. Airlines report increased bookings, restaurants are fully booked, and even local shops see a spike in sales as fans flock to cities to be part of the experience. And it's not just local businesses feeling the love. The fashion and merchandise industries have also seen a significant boost, with custom Eras tour-themed items flying off the shelves. Some fans even design their own outfits inspired by Taylor's iconic wardrobe, fueling a mini fashion economy all on its own. Hotels in major cities have reported record-breaking occupancy rates, and online ticketing platforms have never been busier. It's safe to say that Taylor Swift has created her own economic ecosystem. From the businesses directly involved in her shows to the broader industries benefiting from the global Swiftie pilgrimage, the Eras Tour is a phenomenon that goes beyond music. Number 12. All right, here's where it gets wild. During Taylor's Eras Tour stop in Seattle, the crowd's energy hit seismic levels. Literally. Fans were jumping, dancing, and screaming so intensely that they caused a seismic event equivalent to a 2.3 magnitude earthquake. Yep, you heard that right. A concert caused an actual quake. Local seismologists called it the Swift quake. Can we just pause to appreciate how insane this is? Not only does Taylor move emotions, but she also moves the earth. The vibrations were so strong that scientists initially thought it was just regular seismic activity. Nope, it was the Swifties. The fans' synchronized energy, especially during high-intensity songs like Shake It Off and You Belong With Me, created waves of motion that spread through the ground and were picked up by local seismic equipment. It's like the ultimate mic drop moment, but on a planetary scale. To put it in perspective, the energy released by the Swifties that night was comparable to a small earthquake caused by natural geological forces. The experts monitoring the phenomenon were both amused and amazed, calling it a one-of-a-kind event. One seismologist even joked that Taylor Swift could have a second career in geophysics if she ever gets tired of music, as if that's even possible. The Swiftquake has officially become part of the tour's legend. It's proof of the insane energy and connection Taylor has with her fans. Like, who else can say their fan base literally shakes the ground? This isn't just a testament to her music, but also the way she creates unforgettable moments that bring fans together in such a powerful way. And now, thanks to the Swifties, we can say that the phrase "rocking the house" is scientifically accurate. Number 13. The guitar Taylor uses during the Fearless portion of the concert is pure Swiftie gold, and the story behind it is just as magical. Picture this. Her parents, armed with superglue, a whole stash of rhinestones, and an entire afternoon, turned a regular guitar into a dazzling work of art. Every single rhinestone was placed with love, transforming it into a sparkly, silver-coated masterpiece that practically steals the spotlight. It's not just about the shine, though. This guitar is a heartfelt callback to the original rhinestone guitar Taylor rocked during her Fearless tour in 2009, which became an iconic symbol of that era. Number 14. Let's talk about the sheer logistics behind this mind-blowing production. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour is not just any tour. It's a massive operation that reportedly requires a fleet of around 90 trucks to transport everything needed for each show. Yep, you heard that right, 90. Imagine a convoy of big rigs rolling down the highway, each packed to the brim with equipment, costumes, and everything else you could possibly imagine. It's like a traveling city on wheels. So, what exactly are these trucks hauling? For starters, there are the massive LED screens that create those jaw-dropping visuals for every performance. These aren't just any screens. They're the kind that can light up an entire stadium and make you feel like you're inside one of Taylor's music videos. Then there's the state-of-the-art lighting rigs, designed to make every moment on stage a picture-perfect spectacle. Add in the pyrotechnics, because of course there are fireworks, and you've got a light show that rivals a 4th of July celebration. And let's not forget about the stage itself, which is like a pop-up wonderland. It's not just a flat platform, it's a multi-layered, moving piece of art that includes everything from trapdoors to catwalks. Oh, and all those iconic costumes, the glittering jackets, flowing gowns, and boots that have become staples of Taylor's era-themed looks, they've all got to be carefully transported too. It's safe to say there's no room for error when it comes to packing these trucks. Dave Brooks, the senior director of live music and touring at Billboard, shared some insights into how all this magic comes together. He points out that there's likely a team prepping and pre-building everything well in advance of each show. So it's not like the crew just rolls into the stadium the morning of and starts assembling everything from scratch. Instead, they're probably working in tandem with a specialized advance team that's already at the next venue, setting the stage for what's to come. So, the next time you're watching Taylor belt out All Too Well, 10-minute version, under a dazzling light display, take a moment to appreciate the army of people working behind the scenes. Number 15. Toward the end of the first U.S. leg of the tour, Taylor Swift proved once again why she's not just a superstar, but also a class act. Reports say she gave out over $55 million in bonuses to the hardworking people behind the Eras tour. That's right, $55 million. This wasn't just limited to a select few either. Sources told People that the bonuses were spread across the entire crew, everyone from the caterers to the truck drivers, from the backup dancers to the tech teams. If you had a hand in making the tour a success, Taylor made sure you felt appreciated in a big way. Imagine being one of those truck drivers who spent weeks on the road hauling all 90 trucks of gear, or one of the caterers who kept the massive crew fed and energized. These folks don't always get the recognition they deserve, but Taylor made sure to acknowledge their hard work. This isn't the first time Taylor has shown such generosity. She's built a reputation for being incredibly thoughtful toward the people she works with. Whether it's sending handwritten notes, offering personalized gifts, or giving bonuses like this, she goes above and beyond to show her gratitude. And honestly, isn't that part of what makes her so special? It's also worth noting that these bonuses come at a time when Taylor's Eras Tour is making history as one of the most successful tours ever. Instead of just pocketing the profits, she's choosing to share the wealth with the people who helped make it all possible. Talk about leading by example. And that's it, Swifties. Taylor's Eras Tour is officially a record-smashing phenomenon. From sold-out stadiums to jaw-dropping box office numbers, she's not just rewriting history, she's turning it into a triple platinum album. Honestly, this tour is proof that Taylor is not just in her eras, she's in her empire era. Whether it's dominating the charts, redefining what a concert can be, or setting the bar so high no one else can even see it, she's doing it all. So what do you think? Did Taylor's Eras Tour live up to the hype for you? Were you lucky enough to snag tickets? Or are you still living that Ticketmaster struggle like the rest of us? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!